Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to this Zoom section. My name is Huli Ho, a volunteer conducting IT classes in library at Harbourfront. At the moment, we have converted these classes using Zoom online. I have a blog, itforseniors.wordpress.com. Normally, I post the notes of this event few days before. And if you are interested, you can go to my blog at the bottom right-hand corner, submit your email address, and future post by me, you will have a soft copy. Since circuit breaker last year until now, I have conducted 20 sessions, actually 40 sessions, because 1 month is 2 parts, so it's 40 sessions. And within the blog, on the first line, you will see the word YouTube link. That is where you can have a shortcut to the video recording related to the post that you are reading. Today, we are doing some Google apps. I only attempt 2 today, and the 2 is YouTube and Google. Next session, part 2, I will do the Google Calendar and Translate. The other apps I show here are also popular, especially the Drive, the Google Photos, and even Google Map. The others like PhotoScan and Google Lens is also useful. Google Lens is, what happens is if you download this app, you point to any indoor plant, they will tell you the scientific name of that plant. If you point this to your aircon remote control, they can tell you where you can get a replacement. For PhotoScan, it is to remove away any reflection of white spot, because sometimes you shine your photo to take a picture, the light from shining the photo will normally reflect back to your camera lens. And with this method of taking the picture, you remove that white spot away. It's good to try it, okay? So today we do YouTube and Google. On the 16th of December, we do Google Calendar and Translate. Google Calendar is my time management or organizer, if you know how to use it. And you can also share with your daughters or children. Like for example, now I don't have to do the grandfather duties. Last time I used to do. I link my calendar with my daughter. So my daughter just enter what day she need my help to bring her children to A or B or C location, because they're still young, they don't know how to cross the road. So it's very useful. You can link to friends to have a common event and things like that. Translate is also very good. There are many languages you can try out, and also very useful when you want to know what your friend from another country is talking about. These are just some of the brief notes of the 4 apps. All these are in the notes. You can take your time to read later. But today I will touch on some of those on YouTube and on Google search. Okay. The first one. When you go to YouTube, this is considered the start page. So in the start page, it's good that you register with YouTube an account. And once you do that, you notice on the top right-hand corner, you see my face there. So if you afraid to put your face, you can put an icon, a flower or animal, whatever it is. But that confirms that your YouTube is signed in. It is very important because if you want to upload any video, your YouTube account must sign in. So let's start from the left to the right. On the left-hand side, you have a lot of folders. I think the most useful folder is the history. What history does is every time you view a video on YouTube, it is like a diary. It records in sequence the day and the time. So say 1 week later or 2 weeks later or even 1 month later, you think about that video and you want to see again and you forgot the address. So this folder is very useful for you to scroll up and down to search back or hunt back the video that you like to see again. So that is the usefulness of the folder called history. The rest you can try out and experiment yourself and what other thing is useful. Now come to the page itself. From left to right, you notice I have the word AI analyze your viewing habits. What happened is this YouTube account actually monitor your lifestyle, your interests, what you do, and they remember it, and to make life easy for you, they try to present it to you in the easiest way. So one way they present to you is along the first horizontal line. You can see all the small words there. Okay, that's one way they can present to you. Another way they can present to you is all those video icon. So you know that I lately is interested in one song and interested in the web space telescope and interested in Wi-Fi extender, things like that. All these were changes as your habit change. And the other one you see like all mixed music, universe, all that. These are also your interest viewing, but in a more generalized form. So that is how they try to package the information in this manner. Yeah. Okay, next one is start to upload. This icon down here is for you to upload your video to your account. So definitely your video must be completed and stored in your laptop or desktop. Then from there, you pick it up and you upload. They are very smart. The AI can detect whether you use any copyright content. Like for example, if you make a video and your background music, so unfortunate is copyright content, they will delete your video away. Sometimes they don't delete, they give you a warning and they say that because you are using some copyright material, I have the right to put some advertisement in your account. Sometimes they do that, but they are not so serious to really bring you to court if you are not really selling the copyright content. The other one is the bell. The bell means that you may have a few videos uploaded to the YouTube. Somebody view your YouTube and like it, they put a like or dislike or comment, then the notification bell will start accumulating the number. So you may have 1, 2, or 3 beside the bell to tell you that you have some notification. You can click to read what is it about. Okay, so the last one, as I said, is to indicate whether you have signed in or not signed in. When you don't sign in, it's like a general public. You cannot upload, you cannot do a lot of things because they don't know who you are. You can see, but you cannot upload. You must sign in before you can upload. This one is to tell you the actual YouTube link. There are many ways to tell your friend that you like a certain YouTube video. One way is click the word share below. I will show you later. Another way is copy exactly what is circle red, the circle red down there. Copy exactly word by word, number by number. They are case sensitive. So, and you can just attach to your email to tell your friend this is a good video. You can actually highlight, copy and paste also can if you want to. It's like a Word document, you can do that. But this is the official YouTube link. That means whatever YouTube you uploaded, they will assign a link for you. And that link is permanent. You don't change unless you delete your own video away. Other than that, it's permanent. Here is to give you a very brief idea how the process to create a karaoke song or a digital story. I have a detailed description of this workshop in some other recorded video. You can search for it. But here is just a brief process to remind you this is the way to go about to make a karaoke song or a digital story of your own. So first thing, you must collect your content or your photograph. Assuming it's the overseas tour, then you select the best picture you have. Incidentally, if you want to synchronize with a song, most of the song is around 4 minutes. So for 4 minutes of transition time, it is about 32 pictures. So you must at least have 32 pictures to start changing, unless you use back the same picture for the transition. And if your song has lyrics and you want to synchronize the lyrics, then you also have to find the lyrics. Or if it is Chinese, then you have to know how to convert to Chinese character onto your slide. So that is the content part. Then after that, there are 4 programs you can use to create your karaoke song. You can use Microsoft PowerPoint. All these are explained in earlier session. You can refer back, you can see the details, how they are done. Apple Keynote are for people who have Apple laptop or desktop. It is provided free. Windows Movie Maker is considered obsolete program, but it's still available in the internet. You can download and also you can use. Scratch is also a free program you can use to create a karaoke song. But Scratch do not have too much features compared to PowerPoint and Keynote, and also Windows Movie Maker. So if you ask me, Windows Movie Maker is still the most flexible, and you can do a lot of things with it. You can edit your video also with Windows Movie Maker. So after you decided on the program, then you start to introduce words onto the slide. And you start to import your picture one at a time and add the transition and the animation. You have to do try and error to make sure that the synchronizing between each slide is in the right order and things like that. Refer to the previous recorded session, you will get the details. This one is to explain to you how you can enjoy yourself with this YouTube app. YouTube is actually a program, come in the form of an app. You can download it on a smartphone. You can download it on some smart TV. And if you buy a Apple TV box, it is also included. Now, what happens you don't have it and you want the movie on your smartphone screen mirror onto your smart TV? You can still do it by purchasing a Chromecast. You can get it from Challenger or any IT shop. I think the current price is about $65. So I repeat again, if you want to mirror the movie from your smartphone to a bigger screen that do not have the YouTube app, buy the Chromecast, and with the help of the broadband at home, you must have broadband at home, you can configure it under the smart Google Home app. It's quite easy. If you continue to follow me, you can learn all these things through other sessions. This is the Apple TV app. It comes with a remote control and a black box. One thing good about Apple TV box is the graphic in the box is of a high standard. You get very good pictures, YouTube pictures coming out from this black box. And also, it has a Wi-Fi link. That means you don't need a cable to connect to your router. You can use the Wi-Fi signal and you can place anywhere around your house. It can still receive very well without any delay. So there are 2 plus points on this TV box. I have an old version. I don't know this new version, how much it costs, but just a rough guess, it's not more than $300. Technically, the Apple TV box is meant for you to rent their movie and buy their songs. That is the main objective. But they also have other apps for you to subscribe to if you want to, like Netflix, Disney Plus and all that, and some other sporting program and all that. So they have their own capture market. If you don't like it, you no need to subscribe. You still can use the box for your YouTube and Netflix and all that. Now, this one is the window of the world, my corner. I call it my corner. My investment in this setup is less than $500. Let me account for you. At that time, when I buy the Apple TV box, it's about $260. And I bought a simple audio system. You see the speaker at the back, about $50. And an ordinary computer monitor. No need to be a smart TV, just an ordinary computer monitor. It's about $200. So that makes up about $500. And with that, and with the broadband at home, I can connect anywhere around the world using the YouTube app. And YouTube is something like a search engine in video form. You can learn how to bake a cake. You can learn how to make a dish, cook a dish. You can learn how to set up your Wi-Fi at home. Everybody will try to convince you their video is the best. So one of the recommendation I give you is, even you want to listen to a song or listen to a video talk, look at the number of viewership. Some viewership is in order of million viewing. That means they must be in the market for maybe 5 years or 10 years. So that are the popular one. So you look for the viewership number. They start clocking. So if you are interested in this, you still want to know more details, you can talk to me during Q&A time. This one is to show you, if you are viewing any video from YouTube, they will come out something like that. And you notice I circle down there, there's the word save down there. What is the usefulness of clicking this save? Remember just now I told you, If you have a YouTube account and you log on to your account, you see your face there, or I see my face there, that means I know my account is logged in and I like this video. So what I do, I click save and I select favorite. What actually happened is YouTube program will record this link to your account. They are not recording the whole video to your smartphone, no, or desktop or laptop computer. They are just recording the link in the YouTube computer, not in your computer. So no memory is lost in your laptop or smartphone. So that is the usefulness of having an account. If you save a copyright video, what happens is they automatically delete it for you. Then you have to hunt again because the owner of that video don't like you to save it to your account. So these are some of the experience I get. But that no harm lah. Even though you delete away, you know the address as I told you just now, you can always go back to that address unless they change the address. Sometimes the owner changed the address. I don't know for what reason, but the video is the same video. So you keep on chasing after the video if you are interested in that particular version of the video. Since you learn YouTube, it's good that I give you some homework. All these notes are in the blog. You can go to the blog. And if you can successfully search for 8 of these items, you have learned something from me. Okay? Like for example, the first one is testing how good you can write Chinese on the search bar. I even give you the Hanyi Pinyin, okay? The Hanyi Pinyin is there. So all you need to do is to convert your YouTube entry, keyboard entry to Hanyi Pinyin and just write that Hanyi Pinyin word. Then they will convert it to Chinese character. And when you press enter, this song will come up. And as I told you, there are many versions. So choose the one that has the most viewership. So that may be a better quality video. You can experiment yourself. So the rest is up to you. So when you want to learn some history of any country, here I give you China. So you just have to write history of China. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of documentary on China. You may not know. Especially China has developed so fast. So history also changed very fast from underdeveloped to now the current modernized time. So you want to know more the history, the civilization, and the culture, you can try that. And BBC documentary, National Geographic also good if you like some of the documentary they have presented free in the YouTube. So it's just a matter of trying out and see whether you know how to use the YouTube app. Okay, now we come to the next app, the Google app. First thing I would like to tell you is that this is the start page of the Google, and the start page of the Google, you notice got 2 white lines. One is right on top, one is somewhere in the middle. Some of you may not be aware what is the difference between these 2 white lines. Let me reconfirm with you all again. The top white line right at the top is called the web address bar, or you call it URL. It's not a search bar. It is a web address bar. That means something .com.sg or .uk or .my or whatever it is. So that one is for you to locate the company you wish to visit. It can be a bank, it can be anything. So that is the address bar. The middle one is called a search bar. And beside the search bar, there normally has 2 icons. One is a microphone, one is the Google Lens. The microphone is for you to give audio input to search whatever you want to search. It's very useful when you are using smartphone. You just talk to your phone, then the Google will search for what you ask for. Now, just to give you some idea how to use the search bar properly is, they need keywords. Keywords means the noun, okay, the noun. So now the noun is a rose. Rose is the flower. So if you just put the word rose there and type enter, Google will give you all the roses in all kinds of color in the page for you. But you may only be interested in yellow roses. So how you tell Google in the right way is put a comma between the adjective and the noun. So you put rose, comma, yellow. And once you click enter, you only get all the yellow roses. So it can happen to dogs. If you know the breed name, you put the breed name. You cannot just put dogs. You put dogs, they will give you all kinds of dogs. So you put the breed name, then you will get exactly what you're looking for. So a noun and a qualifier. And on this Google Start page, they also make life easy for you. They have a shortcut for Gmail, if you have a Gmail account. And also they have the 9 dots there. The 9 dots there, once you click, they will give you some useful other Google app, like what I showed you on the first page. So you can go to YouTube from clicking this 9 dot. YouTube is also there, or Google Photo or Calendar or Translator, everything is there. All the useful Google apps are all grouped into these 9 dots. So you open, this is a shortcut way of getting what you want. So this is the Google Start page. Now, I have a word of caution when you are using Google search. In the old days, Google search is very faithful. Faithful, I mean not money face. Now Google search is becoming very money face. So much so until even the provider also play cunning. I give you one example. One day, I got an equipment under brand name A. I don't know how to do the setup. I don't know how to use it properly because I don't have the instruction manual. So I use Google search. So the first thing Google give me is all the company they're selling that product. I am not interested. I'm interested in somebody telling me that product, how to do a setup. You can't get it because that is not money. When you buy something from that company, they make a profit out of it. And Google charge all these providers by the ranking. If the first one you see first, most likely that one pay more to Google than the number 10 or number 11 on the line. So that is one way Google is rich, making money like that. And worst of all, there are other companies, I call them service provider, or you can call them consultant. They sneak into this set of information, and we click on them. They are so polite and so helpful. You think they are really helping you until you see a form that asks you to write your email address, your mobile number, your Visa card number. Hey, wait a minute, hang on. I'm just asking a question. Why should I tell you my email address? Why should I tell you my mobile number? And worst of all, why should I tell you my Visa card number? The reason is because you keep on doing it, they consider they have provided you a service. And you have acknowledged that you're willing to pay him. Too late, he deduct your money away. If you keep on talking to him and he keep on giving you solutions, You cannot say he cheat your money because you didn't read the small print carefully. So that, I don't know whether you can call it scam or what. I call it not honest. They don't write on the front end tell you that from now on, if you ask me more questions, I'm going to charge you. And the charge will be basic, so much money. They don't tell you all this. So you are not aware of how much they're charging you. So that is not honest business. So have to be very careful. So I didn't go to that extent, but I know what will come, because the more you talk to them, the more they answer you. Indirectly is giving you consulting services. But it's not fair that they didn't warn you beforehand. Like Microsoft, you go to the company, they are very professional. They warn you first. The whole session will cost you $100 US to solve your problem. And they really promise you they solve your problem. So that is fair. They tell you right in the front line that you ask me a question relating to Microsoft product. I know the answer. I'm guiding you step by step how to solve it. But at the end, I will charge you $100 US. So at least you can have the option to decide whether you want to carry on or not to carry on. So be careful of all these companies that sneak into it and try to be very helpful to you and start asking you all these sensitive questions that you have to think carefully before you continue with it. If somebody just give you some answer without asking you all that, that is okay. It may be a wrong answer, doesn't matter. Anyway, you don't charge you. So it's up to you to see whether he has given you the right answer to solve your query. So this is only my experience. I got through all this. Now, I think next year I will do more on this critical thinking. It's good to ask all these, starting with all these words, because by asking we learn. This will happen more next year on a new platform. Here, when we ask, we learn. So in Google, you can ask all these questions. It's also another homework. You'll be surprised what the answer you get. How to be happy. Remember, happy can relate to different cultures. To some culture, this way is happy. To another culture is what big deal, no big deal. So it's good to, it's quite fun to them to tell you in what context they consider this way you can be happy or that way you can be happy. See whether any of the answer relates to your lifestyle. So you can try the homework on this one and see what you get out of it. There is another Google service they provide under imagesgoogle.com. What happened is, if you go to this website, use your camera and scan this picture, they will tell you where this picture comes from. This is taken by me, so I know where this picture comes from. And the answer is, I think, number 7. They will tell you this picture is in one I think, museum in Germany. So not every picture is successful if they are not famous. So if they're famous, Google will tell you the answer. Sometimes Google can even tell you that that is a fake picture if it is so famous. So all depends on their library, how much they document it. But it's good fun to try out all these things on Google services when they provide you all this. This is another picture. Is this picture real or fake? You also can use, just now I told you, the Google image to try out. Because this is a famous picture, they will tell you whether real or fake. In internet, there are many things that are not real, but they're so real that you can't believe people can do it. The other word I use is a deep video, D-E-E-P, deep video. Deep video means you take the images of any VIP, any famous person or president, Obama or whatever it is, take a few pictures, and you can document his mouth to deliver a speech where he actually never delivered. So it's a fake video lah. Just be careful lah. It's so real that you think that speech is actually presented by him. Some people, they use this to make fun of famous actresses and use their photo and digitize their mouth in such a way they say something that is not of their character. So this technology is available. So just be careful when you see any video or see any photo, whether real or not real. Here, I'm trying to introduce to you the concept of a Google Home. A Google Home, there is an app. Once you download this app, you can do a lot of things. You can convert your house to a smart house. How you do that? You must buy equipment that is compatible to Google Home. There are many other competitive brands in the market. I only give you Google Home because Google Home is quite common and a lot of people using it. Like for example, you live in a bungalow house. Somebody at the door. You can use the camera to see who is at the door. And with Google Home, you have a home hub. You can just press the button, the front door will open and you no need to go down. Or you want to turn on the staircase light, you can just tell Google Home, please turn on the staircase one light or what. Everything can be done by just opening your mouth. And that speaker is called a smart speaker. That is where you get the input from your instruction. You can even say, hey Google, ring mom, or ring dad, or ring John. All this you program in your smartphone.
Is that right?
They will do it. And you must have broadband at home. Just now my Google answered me. He thought that I'm talking to them. Okay, Google Lens. Google Lens, the icon is like that. And you shine on it, they will give you this answer. This is a very common indoor plant.